Hey everyone, welcome back to MNMM PT NAATI. This is Manmohit. Now guys, in today's video, I am going to share another of the fill in the blanks reading question with all of you. I would be giving you 2 minutes first of all to do this question by yourself. Leave your answers down in the comment section below, or just leave me how many answers that you actually got correct out of the given number of blanks. And then what I would do is after 2 minutes, we would be discussing the complete question, the explanation of what are the correct answers and why we got these correct answers. So going through that complete exam question for the fill in the blanks reading. Now, just before we jump into that, if you need any sort of one-on-one support from us, me or Mohit, either 30 minutes or 1 hour one-on-one consultation for the PTE exam, you can get in touch with us on Instagram or Facebook. Just search for M&MMPT NAATI or just click on the links in the description and you will find us over there. Text us and we can discuss all your issues that you might have over there. And in 30 minutes and 1 hour one-on-one consultations, it would be live with us. So basically you can ask us any questions if you have, any doubts if you have. You can even do a speaking test in front of us and get a proper feedback for that as to what mistakes you're making, what needs to be improved and all those things. Or if you have given a full mock test on any website out there and you want to get that evaluated by us as to what sort of mistakes are you making, what are your key weaknesses and what needs to be improved, how that needs to be improved, all those things can be discussed in those 30 minutes or 1 hour one-on-one consultations. So you can get in touch with us on Instagram or Facebook. And if you need any sort of coaching for NAATI, CCL, Hindi, Punjabi or Gujarati, we do have that available as well. So again, to know more about that, you can get in touch with us on the same platforms and we can have a chat. Now back onto the video. Now right now, as you can see on your screen, we have got this question and I've given you 8 options at the bottom and there's 4 different blanks. So take 2 minutes. I would start the timer for 2 minutes now. Take those 2 minutes, try to get all the 4 blanks done and try to get as many correct answers as you can. And like I said, at the bottom in the comment section, leave as to how many blanks have you got correct. And afterwards, I'll come back to you and I'll explain you what were the correct answers and how did we get those ones. Let's start. All right, guys. So now the first one, it says for the first time, Japanese researchers have dash. Now, first thing I always do when I start with my fill in the blanks reading is I always try to see if there's any sort of grammar rule that I can apply, just so that I can see if there's any sort of options that can be eliminated. Because the less number of options you have to choose from, the better your chance of getting the correct answer. Now, I've got the word have over here. Now, even if it was has or have, if there is a blank after that, the rule that I would be using is I have to have a verb in the third form. Verb as in an action word, and that too in the third form. right? Eat, ate, eaten. The third form of the verb would be used. Now, out of the given options, the third form of the verb, I've got sustained or conducted, right? Now, out of these two options, let's try to read out the sentence now. It says, for the first time, Japanese researchers have sustained a real life experiment or have conducted a real life experiment. Can we sustain an experiment or can we conduct an experiment, right? So with that, my correct answer has to be conducted. So the reason I got my answer quickly was because I eliminated the other 6 options, because I knew based on the grammar rule, my first 6 options could not have been my correct answer. It had to be from the last 2 options only. So out of 2 options, it was easier for me to choose the correct answer. Next one, they placed 22 vehicles on a single track and asked the drivers to. Again, the moment you see the word to, which is a preposition, and if there is a blank after that, it is always going to be a verb, again an action word in the first form, or we also call it as simple form, present form, right? Now, out of the given options, what I'll do is I will kind of eliminate the one that I've already used, which is conducted. So that can't be my correct answer anymore because I've already used it once. It could be either dangle, could be tramp, could be spread, or could be cruise, because all these are verbs in the first forms. Now, let's read out the sentence. They placed 22 vehicles on a single track and asked the drivers to dash around at a constant speed of 30 kilometers an hour. So they asked the drivers to do something at a constant speed of 30 kilometers per an hour, 30 kilometers an hour. Now, there's a specific term for that. When you drive a car, you would have seen that if you're driving on a highway for 100, 120, there is a feature in new vehicles nowadays, which is cruise control, right? Cruise control means that you're constantly going to drive at that particular speed. So if it's 100 zone, you set your cruise control at 100. So the vehicle, you don't even have to accelerate anymore. It just drives at a constant speed of 100. Out of dangle, tramp, spread, and cruise, they've already given me the exact same word, which is cruise. So that is why cruise is going to be my correct answer. Ask the drivers to cruise around at a constant means steady speed of 30 kilometers an hour. Next one, at first. So again, I'll just eliminate that option because that one has already been used. Next one is, at first the traffic moves dash, but soon the distance between cars started to vary and vehicles clumped together at one point on the track. So I've got the word but over here. But is a connector, which means it is connecting to opposite kind of sentences. So something, but something different. So what we need to do over here is whatever comes after but, it has to be something opposite on the other hand side. It says, but soon the distance between cars started to vary means differ, and vehicles clumped means got very closer together at one point on the track. So after what happened was the distance between the cars reduced and it differed, like some cars were having this much distance, some cars were having a bigger distance. So obviously before but, something consistent, constant, a flow has to happen. Otherwise, only then we can say that, okay, something was going good, but then the distance started to vary, the distance was too much or something like that. So something negative happened. So something positive needs to be on the other side. I've got dangle, tramp, abruptly, spread, smoothly, and sustained. Now, it says traffic. Now understand this part. It says traffic moves dash. So the blank that I'm having over here, it is going to modify my verb. Traffic moves dash. How does the traffic move? So we need a word which is modifying my verb. Now, if you know the definition of adverb, that is exactly that. Adverb is something which modifies an adjective or a verb. So here, what I'm missing is an adverb. Now, easier way to identify what is an adverb are usually the words that ends with ly. Quickly, slowly, hastily. All these kind of words which end with ly are going to be your adverbs. Now, out of these options, what adverbs do I have? I've got abruptly and I've got smoothly. So I've only got two adverbs in that. So that means my correct answer will come out of these two options. Now let's try to read out the sentence and see which fits the better. At first, traffic moves abruptly. Abruptly sounds very negative word, right? Abruptly means it's not good. Versus smoothly, flow. A very positive word. And does that make sense over here? Yes, it does. It says, at first traffic moves smoothly, but soon the distance between cars started to vary. So first the traffic was going in a flow smoothly, but afterwards the traffic was not going as smooth. So that would be my correct answer. So I again will cross this one off because this one has already been used. Now we're on to our last blank. It says, but the jams dash backwards around the track like a shockwave at a rate of about 20 kilometers an hour. But the jams dash backwards. So jams did something backwards. Real life jams move backward at about the same speed. So if you read out the last sentence, it is already giving us the biggest hint that we can ever find for this answer. They've pretty much just given us the same sentence, real life jams, the jams dash backwards. In the last sentence, they have said move backwards. So we need a word which is similar to the word move because they've literally used the very same sentence again. So move. Can dangle be my answer? No, dangle means just abrupting something. Tramp? Not really. Abrupting something? No, we're talking about something moving. Spread. It's a similar word to move. Sustained? Again, not really. So that is why, because I was looking for a word similar to my word move, my correct answer has to be spread. So again, I'll mark that off and I'm done with all four of the blanks, and these would be my four correct answers, and the other four would obviously be just left blank. So this is how this topic can get a bit challenging, where they would be giving you more number of options as compared to the blank. So you will have to pick and choose the correct ones out of the given ones. This is the approach that you can do. Just follow these basic grammar rules that I've shared in today's video. And also there's another video that I've uploaded recently, the 7 grammar rules that you can use in the fill in the blanks reading. Just watch that video out, understand those 7 grammar rules. Once you understand them, what happens with that is, the best part is that you actually have, you can actually eliminate so many options. It's easier to choose one correct answer out of 2 options rather than choosing one correct answer out of 8 different options. Use the grammar rule, eliminate the options, then read out the sentence with the remaining options, see which word sounds the best, which word makes sense, which word sounds the better, and then go with that answer. I hope this video was helpful. I've uploaded, I think, another 2 or 3 videos already before that explaining different exam questions with the explanation. So watch those ones out as well if you haven't already. So I would be coming up with so many of these fill in the blank reading videos because I got so many comments saying that these videos are helpful. So I would be coming up with a lot of them. So if you haven't already, you can consider subscribing to this channel just so that whenever those videos are up, you do get notified about them straight away. If you have any sort of questions, you can leave them down in the comment section below. And if you need some one-on-one support, like I said at the beginning, you can get in touch with us on Instagram or Facebook. Just search for NAATI PTE NAATI and we can have a discussion over there. All the best if you have got your exams coming soon. Stay safe wherever you are, and I'll see you all in the next video.